Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you our custom cone and custom tube selection, some various branding options, and a few different tip and filter options. So first I'm going to start with our standard rolling paper options. Our standard rolling papers are all sourced from France. They are ultra thin French rolling papers made from a factory that has been producing rolling papers for over 200 years. It is FSC certified pulp, which means it is sustainably sourced. The rolling paper itself is made to food grade standards as required by the FDA and EU. So that means this is paper that is produced to the same standards that is required for any type of paper that comes in contact with food. So the three paper type options we offer in our standard rolling papers is unrefined brown, refined white, and 100% hemp. There are four standard sizes that our rolling paper cones come in. That is the 84 millimeter cone, the 98 slim cone, the 98 millimeter standard, and the 109 millimeter cone. The 84 millimeter cone holds 0.5 grams. The 98 slim holds also 0.5 grams, but is a slimmer and longer profile. The 98 millimeter standard holds 0.75 grams, and the 109 millimeter holds 1 gram. That's commonly known as the king size cone. All of our standard rolling paper cones feature a 26 millimeter crutch and a straight gum line. A straight gum line helps to reduce uneven burning and also reduces the amount of paper that your customer has to smoke, therefore improving the smoking quality of your joint. All of the cones are produced in an ISO 9001 certified facility, and lastly are compatible with all filling equipments. Besides the standard sized rolling paper cones, we can also produce some extra large sizes such as this 120 millimeter by 26 millimeter cone, or this 140 by 30 millimeter cone. Both of these cones will hold more than 1 gram, which is increasing in popularity recently, is producing joints that hold between 1.5 and 3 grams. So we do offer those special sizes as well. So now moving on to the branding options for the standard rolling paper cones. The most common way that our clients will brand the standard rolling paper cones is via direct printing on the filter tip. So what that means is we print directly onto the filter paper and then we roll that into the cone. That's important to note because there will be some dilution of the colors as the rolling paper is going over the printed filter tip. So for instance, the hemp paper has the lowest transparency. It is the most opaque. So it'll work best with designs that are light colors against dark colors or dark colors against light colors. The white paper is the most transparent, so you'll get the truest colors and the most original colors. What some of our clients do in order to get closer to the original color, since the color is diluted by the rolling paper being rolled over it, they'll modify their colors slightly in order to get to the more true original color of their brand. And so one easy way to do this is to take your design, print it out in a few different shades of your preferred colors, and then just place a rolling paper over that design in order to see how that rolling paper then dilutes the colors of the brand. The brown rolling paper is going to be sort of in between the hemp and the white in terms of transparency, so there's no specific guidelines around that to design your logo with. We print via 4-color offset process, and so what that is we print in CMYK. You can print full color via this process, but it is a very high quality print. It is using plates and directly laying the design onto the filter tip versus something like a digital printer. So this will produce very high quality branding, very high quality prints. In the printing industry, it is considered the highest quality print. And then moving on beyond the direct printing, we have 2 additional paper types beyond the rolling paper types. We have our hemp wrap blunt papers as well as our palm leaf blunt papers. Both of these cones will produce a smoke that is thicker and richer as compared to the regular rolling paper cones. And so that's why we call these the blunt cones, as they produce a smoking experience that is much more similar to a blunt as opposed to a joint. This is a great way to expand your pre-roll line with some new product offerings there are certain customers in the dispensary who prefer this type of smoke as opposed to these regular rolling papers. And then moving on, for some new branding options, we have the external wrap and the cigar band. The external wrap and cigar band are the only ways that you can brand the palm leaf and the hemp wrap blunt cones, but you can use them as well on the regular rolling papers if you would like. The reason we can't do the direct printing with the blunt cones is because as these are not transparent papers, you won't be able to see through the paper and see the original filter tip. That's why we have to put the design over the paper as opposed to under the paper. So with the full external wrap, that's basically a sticker wrapping around the entire crutch area with a full color print. There's absolutely no dilution of your colors or your branding, so you get the true original colors with no need to modify the logo at all. As you can see, we have regular glossy type printing as well as some more like foil type. And then we also have the cigar bands, which is going to be a die cut shape that you can put. You could put a circle, you could put a diamond, you could really customize this to any type of shape that you would like. And then moving on beyond these various types of external wraps and cigar bands, we have our tube style pre-rolls. And so the tube style is a little different to the cones, obviously, as it is straight rather than cone shaped. And so it is a little bit more difficult to fill versus the cone. The cone works in most, standard filling operations. With the tube, you're going to either have to hand fill or use some slight modifications to your filling machines in order to fill these tubes. So we have several different types of tubes, and I'm going to start first with the cigarette style tubes. The cigarette style tubes are, what are used in the tobacco industry to produce cigarettes. And so these are either going to have a full cellulose acetate filter. They are slightly different as compared to a regular cigarette. The filter that is used in these is called a high flow filter. So it allows much more smoke and material through as compared to a actual cigarette filter. And so these will filter out a lot less THC. They will still filter out some, but it does help to cool and make the smoke much smoother as compared to just having a paper filter. If you don't want any type of filtration, there is also the option of having a hollow tip filter. So what that is it is just cut with a hole right down the center, so there's absolutely no filtration. With the cigarette style tubes, there are 3 paper options. There's unbleached hemp, bleached hemp, and just natural flax paper. So those are the 3 options with the cigarette style tubes. And then moving on beyond the cigarette style tubes, we have the artisan style tubes. The artisan style tubes use thinner rolling paper as compared to more like cigarette style paper, which is going to be slightly thicker. The artisan style tubes come standard with a spiral tip filter. This spiral tip filter really helps to cool down the smoke and prevent any types of Scooby snacks or little particles coming into your mouth. This standard style artisan tube is 84 millimeters long with an 8 millimeter diameter at the top. So that's the same as the standard cigarette style tube size. This will generally fit about half a gram of material. We also have some more specialty style tubes. These are 2 blunt style tubes, one with the hemp wrap and one with the palm leaf. The palm leaf has a standard 8 millimeter top opening and is 84 millimeters in length. The hemp wrap style tube actually has a 11 millimeter top diameter and is 109 millimeters in length, so that's going to hold a little bit more material as compared to the shorter and skinnier ones. And then moving beyond that, we go back to our cones. We have a couple different filter types here, and all these filter types could be put into tubes or they could be put into cones. And even if I show it just as a rolling paper, it could be put into the hemp wrap or it could be put into the palm leaf. So with this first filter tip customization, I have a long 30 millimeter tip and also a shorter 21 millimeter tip. We can make any tip length, any tip diameter. So these are just 2 common examples that people will use. A lot of people like the 21 millimeter crutch for something a little bit shorter, and a lot of people like the 30 millimeter crutch for something a little bit longer. Next to this, I have the Biofilter tips. The bio-cooling tips, they're similar to the cellulose acetate filter tips, however they are biodegradable. They have the same function, however. They will filter out a tiny amount, but a lot less than a regular filter. And they will help to cool down the smoke and improve the smoking experience exponentially. And then last, I have two very premium options. We have the glass tip and the wood tip filters. The glass tip and wood tip filters help to create a nice tactile experience, as well as really elevating the cone beyond just a regular joint into something a little bit more premium. Now that we've gone over some of the basic customization options that we offer for pre-rolled cones and tubes, although we are adding new selection almost every week here at Custom Cones USA, let me just talk about a few of the logistics of starting a custom branded cone or tube project. So first, with any of the branded options I showed you, the direct printing, the external wrap, or the cigar band, the lead time is between 4 to 6 weeks, and the minimum order quantity is going to be 10,000 cones or tubes. If you want a free digital mock-up, that's totally possible, and we can help you out with that. If you would like physical samples, again, we can help you out with that. So we're really ready to get started on any type of project that you want to work on, and we're going to make sure that you get exactly what you want. And then with any of our custom branded cone or tube projects, all of our pricing includes free air shipping worldwide via DHL Express. So they'll take care of all your customs issues, they'll take care of all your shipping, and they'll do everything door to door for you. And so beyond cones and tubes and a lot of this custom stuff that you've seen here today, we do offer just regular unbranded options that we ship out of our warehouse here in Tacoma, Washington. And we do offer a lot of other pre-roll accessories and products, such as pre-roll packaging, such as retail cones if you wanted to sell your own brand of cones. We sell machinery for pre-rolls like the grinder, the semi-automatic tube labeling machine, the blunt rolling machine, and the cone filling machine. And we do offer as well custom booklets and a lot of different pre-roll packaging options in plastic, in paper, child resistant or non-child resistant. And so I encourage you to visit www.customconesusa.com to learn more about what we offer and how we can help you with your pre-roll production. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching our new video. Check out the other videos on this page. Comment below with any questions and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on all our new products. We at Custom Cones USA are your pre-roll experts.